This is the choice before us. And to me, to my generation, and for all the generations to come, our choice is clear. Our choice is a man who's always chosen us, a man who already is our president, Barack Obama.
That was Julian Castro, the 37-year-old mayor of San Antonio, Texas. He had this crowd roaring and laughing as he delivered the keynote address here, and it was a stem winder. ABC's John Quinones spent the day with him behind the scenes as he prepped for the big moment.
Julian Castro spent most of today rehearsing in his hotel room.
Right now I feel pretty good, relaxed. I'm sure that a few minutes before I walk out on stage, I'll be nervous.
For the 37-year-old mayor from San Antonio, the first Hispanic ever chosen to give the keynote at a Democratic convention, it's been an extraordinary and unlikely journey. We both grew up in the same neighborhood. I've known him for years. And as we walked along the San Antonio River, the importance of the moment began to sink in.
The first Hispanic to ever give the keynote at a Democratic convention. It's a big deal.
Sure, it is, and I'm very honored to do it. I'm looking forward to it.
Nervous?
Of course, a little bit. It's a combination of being both very excited and a little bit nervous.
Bless this way as a way
So nervous, in fact, that days before his address, Castro met with these Catholic nuns.
I wanted to ask y'all to say a little prayer for me because I think that I'm going to need it.
This weekend, San Antonio sent their mayor off to Charlotte with a big fiesta.
Hopefully one day he'll be somebody running for president, not just the keynote speaker.
Everyone knows this could launch Castro's own political trajectory. 8 years ago, it happened to a young, virtually unknown state senator named Barack Obama. Before his keynote, he sat down with Nightline anchor Ted Koppel.
What is it, Mr. Obama, that you think unites all the delegates here? Is there a theme, an issue?
You know, I would say that the most important issue that people are feeling right now is the sense of a America that's separating.
The state senator from Illinois ended up delivering the speech that made his career.
There is not a liberal America and a conservative America. There is the United States of America.
Obama gave the speech, the keynote, 2004. 4 years later, he's president. Does this lie ahead for Julian Castro?
He lived in Illinois. I live in Texas. It's one of the reddest states in the whole nation.
There are ghosts in this convention center for anyone delivering the keynote. Ghosts of successful and unsuccessful keynotes gone by.
My fellow Democrats,
In 1988, the keynote by Bill Clinton at the DNC was widely jeered and almost derailed his career. And yet, 4 years later, Clinton was elected president. But there are plenty of other keynote speakers no one remembers. Julian Castro feels the pressure.
Why did Obama pick you?
I think that he and I see eye to eye on a lot of issues. I also think it's another signifier of the significance of Hispanics in the country.
Julian Castro's grandmother immigrated here from Mexico and worked as a maid. He's an identical twin whose brother Joaquin is a Texas state representative now running for Congress. He's expected to win. Tonight, he introduced Julian.
Ours is a nation like no other, a place where great journeys can be made in a single generation. No matter who you are or where you come from, the path is always forward.
You grew up in a poor community, and you wind up going to Stanford and a law degree from Harvard, you and your brother. How was that possible?
We were very blessed to have a family that wanted to make sure that we got a good education.
They had a lot of internal discipline. They studied.
Julian's mother, Rosie.
We didn't have sometimes this or that, but this or that wasn't as important as having each other and having a good time with the money we did have.
She's been a community activist in San Antonio for decades, a woman who began taking her twins into the voting booth when they were just toddlers.
I did that purposefully, hoping that they would always be engaged citizens, that they would practice what you should do in a democracy, which is to vote for the people that you want to have represent you.
And tonight, there was her son representing.
And my mother fought hard for civil rights so that instead of a mop, I could hold this microphone. While she may be proud of me tonight, I gotta tell you, Mom, I'm even more proud of you.
Is America ready for a Hispanic president?
Oh, I believe so. I believe that our country has made just tremendous progress, even since my mother's generation. And I believe that the United States is ready for people of all different stripes and genders to be president.
And tonight, perhaps to stress that point, he delivered part of his speech in Spanish.
It begins with you. It begins now. Que Dios los bendiga. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
For Nightline,
Thank you.
I'm John Quinones.